Welcome to Daily Anime Reviews, the channel where we talk about seasonal anime on the daily. And today we're going to be talking about the newest episode for Jujutsu Kaisen, at least when I'm watching it, Season 3, Episode 5. This is the episode where we get the induction of Hakari and Kirara, which we will get to. I did want to point out one point in the episode that I kind of want to talk about. So in the beginning, we get the proper execution of Principal Yaga, where, they're trying to tell him, hey, listen, we'll call off the execution, and we won't do that to you, but you have to tell us why, how to make these things, how to make these armies, because he would technically be considered a special grade given the fact that he can make all of these army stuff, right? Like he can make all these stuffed animals, and we never really knew how to. I read the manga, so I had an idea, but I kind of want to open the discussion a little bit to man, the Principal Yaga was very much underutilized, and I would have loved to see him have survived for the potential end, the final battle, which I feel like would have been just such a nice little cherry on top for everything. But unfortunately, we didn't, of course, and he does explain the fact of how he needs to take people's souls in order to do that, but he's like, yeah, you gotta take the souls and have them observe each other the entire time in order for the army to be reborn. But unfortunately, because of that, you do have to take the souls of other people in order to do that, in order to have that curse energy be flowing through an object, which I assume that only works for someone like Panda, who could be sustained without they could be sustained without Yaga's influence or his curse energy, but all the other creatures that we see throughout the actual episode in the very beginning, those creatures probably died because they're not sustained through Yaga's own curse energy, which does kind of suck given the implication that that those creatures are probably beings that people knew, and then we get that confirmation as we see that we see it's oh, was that my is that my mother, all that stuff, being oh, he kept the souls intact for people. And Kusakabe is a real one for letting them go at the very least, but man, that sucks. Another person who I always thought was underutilized was the principal. Obviously we got to see him show out during the Jujutsu exams thing that happens where Hanami and Jogo and all of them invade. But I will just apologies for spoilers. I know Jujutsu Kaisen is all about spoilers, but honestly, you've probably known by now if you've watched Jujutsu Kaisen enough. He's only in here this is his last real big appearance. We don't see him after that. To be fair, he is under the thumb of a lot of the Jujutsu higher up, so it makes sense that he's not really directly involved, as everyone else is kind of acting rogue and are under Tengen's interaction rather than the Jujutsu Society's interaction. So that at least makes, somewhat sense. But yeah, we do get a lot of the focus on the second half of the episode. Well, not second half, but the rest of the episode on Megumi and Itadori trying to go after Hakari and trying to recruit him and Kirara to actually go and help. And they're going to the underground. They're doing all this stuff. My apologies, I seem a little energy. I just have fucking headache and it's very late, so apologies if I feel a little low energy today. But they go to the big building to help, trying to get into fight, and they actually run into Panda. So Yuji and Panda are fighting, which I love the way that they did it. It's so funny how they show them intense fighting, but the sounds and the use and the emphasis on taps is extremely funny. I love it so much. Honestly, they're trying to go explore. Honestly, the big thing for this episode, there's two big things. One, okay, genuine question, because I'm not 100% sure, and I think I have the answer, but I know people might say stuff. I actually don't know if Kirara is supposed to be a cross-dresser or a transgender. I'm not 100% sure, and that's not me insulting. It's just that the manga doesn't include and explore well. I mean, listen, if it's me, I don't really give a shit. I'm tapping regardless. But I was just that. The clarification would have been nice, honestly, just so the community could be less confused. But I think the big thing everyone's talking about this episode is the Hakari and Itadori interaction where they first meet. And obviously in the manga, it's played off differently with different angles, all that stuff like that, like it would in a normal anime, right? I really, really like the choice that they went for when it comes to how this episode is set up, because it's just completely rotoscoped. It's the camera is still not moving around. We're not cutting anywhere, and we're solely just watching both Hakari and Yuji just interact. And I actually fucking love that so much, because it's the way that they interact. You see the motions, all that stuff. You get to like really pay attention and sit with the scene a little bit. And I really actually like that. Like, there's no, and like, at least towards the end, there's no real like overarching music. There's not really any intensity. It is just him just like chilling, and Hakari giving his whole, well, I won't say speech, but the conversation about how life is gambling, and he's trying to gamble to make it the biggest fight club in Tokyo and hopefully get it recognized by Jujutsu Society. So I actually really like that option. That option was very, very cool, and it honestly, I was locked in the entire time. It was very pleasant. I think I just constantly like all the times that Mappa has just been innovating with all of this stuff, with the way that they're doing all the cool animations, how they're going hard, how they're really putting stylized stuff. They're like, season 2 was them really bringing up the game from season 1. Now, season 1 was already well animated, but it was well animated in the standard sense. Then they went on top, and everyone looked at that season as, yeah, no, that is like the tippy top. Now they're doing like different aspects, different cool skills, like messing with like color schemes and whatnot. Like, the people around the Jujutsu Kaisen crew who are working on it are really evolving in a way that I appreciate it. That does eventually make me happy, to the point that we get to the Shinjuku crossing, which that is going to be very, very pleasant to experience if they're able to keep up this quality. Now, of course, there's also the implications of they're being worked to fucking death, and I hope that, that's not happening, but I assume it is, because there's no real update on the practices. But I can at least appreciate the motherfuckers going hard and putting out quality shit. Does it suck the way it happens? Yeah, but, man, they're fucking killing it, man. And with that being said, let me know if you liked the episode or if you hated the episode, and tell me how the season's going down in the comments below. And if you liked this video, then you should go ahead and like and subscribe, so I can give you more of that content that I upload every single day. And you should also hit that notification bell, because you'll be told every single day when I upload, because we upload every single day. Thank you for watching. I hope you appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.